Warm greetings from the high 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. I'd like to bring you an article pertaining to the stimulus checks that have been released to the American people. And this said information is brought to you by MoneyWise. And congratulations to those of you who have received your stimulus checks. Will there be a second round of coronavirus aid payouts? If you got your coronavirus relief payment from the government and are thinking that's not going to be enough, well, you're not the only one. Some Americans are receiving direct deposits into their bank accounts of up to $1,200 to help make ends meet during the current health and financial crisis. Others will be receiving similar payments via paper checks sent by mail. And already the question is coming up, will there be more? One high-profile financial expert says the government should give Americans another $7,800, and a major Wall Street firm indicates more relief is likely. Find out what officials are saying and what history says about whether you're likely to get more crisis cash from Uncle Sam. The first round of payments to Americans came from the CARES Act, a whopping $2 trillion measure President Donald Trump signed in late March. The aim was to support the U.S. economy as it slumps toward a recession amid massive unemployment and business closures caused by the coronavirus. This month, Trump indicated he was open to providing more cash. We could very well do a second round of direct payments, he told a news conference. It is absolutely under serious consideration. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has said she supports more money into the hands of Americans, though she hasn't said how much. Other lawmakers have amounts in mind to help Americans struggling with mortgage payments and other deals. Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna of California and Tim Ryan of Ohio are proposing that the government pay $2,000 a month for up to 12 months to Americans over age 16. Americans need sustained cash infusions for the duration of this crisis in order to come out on the other side alive, healthy and ready to get back to work, says Khanna in a news release. And in this said article, there is a video. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, who recently bowed out of the Democratic presidential race, also is calling for direct payments of $2,000 a month. But Republican Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri has a different suggestion. He wants the government to cover as much as 80% of wages for U.S. businesses up to the national median wage until the crisis ends. The goal must be to get unemployment down now to secure American workers and their families and to help businesses get ready to restart as soon as possible, Hawley writes in the Washington Post. Forecasters at the giant Wall Street firm Goldman Sachs predict the government will have to do something more and that a new coronavirus relief bill could include more cash for individuals, according to Forbes. Personal finance guru Susie Orman says lawmakers must distribute more money. How can they not? $1,200 isn't going to get anyone anywhere. It should have been $9,000, she tells Deadline. They should have just done it. They should have just given every single person $9,000. The government did send out two rounds of checks after the last big financial crisis in 2008, though the second payments went only to retirees on Social Security and other government beneficiaries. The U.S. Treasury says more than 80 million Americans received their CARES Act relief payments by direct deposit during the first phase of distribution. They're using the money to pay bills and buy essentials, or if they're still working, invest in themselves. A person could, for example, take advantage of an appealing offer to open a new bank account and build up emergency savings. Or aid money could be used to buy an affordable life insurance policy to provide a family with financial protection in case of a health crisis takes the life of the breadwinner. Meanwhile, millions are still waiting for their government cash because of a few issues. Payments have been delayed for Americans who filed their taxes using popular tax software because the IRS doesn't have their direct deposit information on file, according to multiple media reports. If you're among the yet to be paid and we're expecting a direct deposit, you can go to IRS Get My Payment page to make sure the tax agency has your bank account information. Americans who prefer to receive a paper check will be waiting for their money for a few more weeks. The checks are scheduled to start going out May 4th. Treasury officials say that was the schedule all along. They deny that a process to add Trump's signature to the checks in the memo line is delaying their delivery. Microsoft may earn an affiliate commission if you purchase something through recommended links in this article. I didn't really mean to read that, but it was there. Thanks a lot. for listening to that winded article, but it was information that you all needed to hear, and it is by MoneyWise. So to recap the information that I just brought you, is that some people are wooing for another stimulus payout to America. They're saying that Mr. Trump is considering giving the American public more money. Some are thinking up to $2,000 a month. Mr. Bernie Sanders for 12 months. I don't know how that would work. To be truthful, it would be wonderful, of course. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if old Donny Boy is up for giving the American people $2,000 a month for a year. I don't know about that, but we will see. I didn't know back in 2008 that civilians got a payout, retirees or Social Security recipients. I never knew that. I knew that they paid out big corporations money to help with their to get the companies afloat due to the crash and everything. But I didn't know that civilians had received pay. So that's something new, new information that I did not know. Very interesting information. And as far as what people are doing with their money, I don't know why these people think people are going to be saving that money. You know, it's like being a little kid in a candy store. You know, you don't need all that candy, but you keep digging your hand in that jar, getting as much as you can get out of there. And I don't really think most Americans are going to do probably the right thing with their money, because we know how it is when you get free money. Most people never do the right thing. And I'm just saying, most people won't do the right thing when they get the money. They'll buy all kind of stuff they probably don't need, stuff they probably should be getting rid of right now in their house. And they'll probably buy all kind of crazy stuff like electronics, clothes, different things once the stores open back up. You understand what I'm saying? Because right now you can't spend the money. If you did receive a check, stores aren't open except for Walmart, Costco, Target. But just saying, the stores open up in another week or so, and people have that said money, they'll probably be buying things they probably don't need. And we know that most people do that no matter where the money comes from. But hoping people will buy up groceries, I will say that. Buy up as many groceries and as many toiletries as you can, such as toilet paper. That'd be the first thing I would do. Is I'd go to different stores buying up as much toilet paper that I could find to, not to be greedy, but you understand what I'm saying. If you have to go from store to store, just make sure you keep enough toilet paper. So in case something jumps off, Corona Part 2 unloads in May, June, you'll have enough toilet paper and said groceries in your home. I'm just saying. Soap, toilet paper, detergent, fabric softener, bleach, those type of things. Lysol, because as you see, we're washing our hands more. And you're definitely going to need a lot of lotion. Because I can tell you my fingers are definitely dry from all the excessive washing, going in and out of the home, back and forth and coming back in. But I've learned that you always need a spare. So these items are things we should have been keeping anyway. Maybe not 4 or 5 months of toilet paper, but I think everyone, if you can afford to, we all should have been having at least a 2 to 3 month supply of toilet paper, toiletries, because as you see, you never know when you will need those said items. So I'm hoping that most Americans will do that when they get their money. But I know most people also going to have back bills and back rent to pay, so they're going to be probably more concerned with paying their rent and utilities, you know, with their said money. And but that's the said information, you guys, coming out of Washington, D.C., that perhaps there will be a part 2 of the COVID-19 stimulus money to the American people. And I'm praying that the government will be so kind to help us out if they choose to bring extra money. That will be a wonderful thing. And we will see how that turns out. And I'm praying for all of you that you get your said money and you won't have any complications retrieving your money and logging on to the IRS.gov site, get my payment, to put in your appropriate information about your banking information, tax information, so you can receive your stimulus relief check. God bless all of you. Thanks for joining me on this wonderful, wonderful day in the high 10. It is a beautiful day in the high 10, and I hope it's sunny where you are today. I'll bring you another update And this is Everyday Shenanigans. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. Until the next time, I'm out of here. Bye bye.